I'm about to demonstrate how to play The Road to OKC. It is a softball simulation played on Excel, and it's for college softball teams. Have many of the great teams from the past 25 years. I'm going to play the last two national champions, and that would be I believe UCLA. I'm going to make them the road team. I'm going to select them, and their lineup appears. And then I'm going to pick Florida State from 2018. Now I'm playing this obviously before the 2021 Women's College World Series, which is about to begin. So here's Florida State. And our pitchers are Rachel Garcia for UCLA, Callie Hansen for Florida State. I believe Megan Key was pitching a lot more in that World Series, so I'm going to actually make that change. I should have anticipated that a little sooner. So, alright, the game is played by rolling the dice, and I'm not going to explain too much on how it's played. I'm just going to play it. So Bubba Nichols is the leadoff batter. You'll see her result right there. And here's the pitch. She's out. For a description of the out, I'll look over here where the base is empty and she's lined out to the infield. Okay, next batter, Brianna Perez. And she's out. And she grounded out to the pitcher. And you can hear the pitch coming in if you listen closely. And Jordan has singled. And she's on first base. She's not a particularly fast runner. Rachel Garcia is out to end the inning. So 1/2 inning is in the books. UCLA failed to score. Florida State. Jessie Warren leads off with a strikeout. Carson Gordon, she's out. She grounded to the third baseman, as you can see over here. And City Sherrill is out. End of 1, no score. Taylor Pack, she's out. She grounded out to the pitcher. Another out. Fly ball to right field. And another out. So we've got a lot of outs here. Pitching duel, which might be expected with teams of this caliber. We have a possible error. Anna Shellnut has hit the ball to the infield, but she's out. It says no here on the error, so that means that the third baseman here, Brienne, made a nice play. Danny Morgan is the batter, and she's out. Next batter is Zoe Casas, and she's out. No score through 2 innings. Kinsley Washington has walked. She's a good runner. Her steal rating is 4-6. This number here is 11, meaning it's not a great opportunity to steal. So we're going to keep her on first for just a minute here. Kelly Godin, very good slap hitter, but she strikes out, so there's 1 out. And Bubba Nichols strikes out 2. And then there's out 3. Okay, so at the end of 2.5 innings, you can see there's only 1 hit in the game, and that was in the first inning. But we have a second hit. Callie Harrod has singled, and this 4 here, the red is within her steal rating, so it's a good opportunity to steal. She has a very high chance of making it. She's an H+, so we're going to read right there in that box and see what it tells us. She's safe. So she's still second. I'm going to make that note. All right, Morgan Klaverman, and I hope I'm pronouncing everybody's name right. She's a really good bunter. She's an A+. Got a runner on second with nobody out in the pitcher's duel, so we're going to try to bunt her over. And here's where we would find her result. And she actually beats out the bunt with a single. So we got a runner at third now and first. And also the red number here is a 5. And it's in her speed rating, so she's got an excellent opportunity to steal, and we're going to send her, and she's going to be safe. So she has now stolen second. Runners on second, third, nobody out. Elizabeth Mason is the batter. She's not a catcher. She's just a DP in this game. Okay. And she's going to be out. And because I didn't think about bringing the infield in, the runner's going to score a ground ball. So I just made a mistake. But it scores the run. I'm going to put a 1BR that designates that a run is scored. And there's a runner on third. We'll pull the infield in now. Runner on third with 1 out for Jessie Warren. And she is single, so it doesn't really matter. So she drives in that run, and Florida State is now up 2-0. And Warren is at first. and there's a walk. So all of a sudden, Rachel Garcia running into a little bit of trouble. Runners are at second and first. And there's an out, Sydney Sherrill. And we look up here with runners on first and second. It's a 1-5 fielder's choice. So she's on first. And we have 2 outs now for the cleanup hitter, Anna Shelnut. And she's out. And she ground out to the third baseman. So at the end of 3 innings, Florida State's up 2-0. Jordan, the batter for UCLA. And she's out. So Megan King continues to be very dominant so far. But just as I say that, Rachel Garcia hits a double. Taylor Pack, the batter, she's hit by a pitch. So runners at first and second with 1 out. But King comes up with a strikeout. Next batter, Colleen Sullivan. And she walks. Bases are loaded. Over here, I can note that so I won't forget. This is where the runners are. Kinsley Washington is the batter. And she strikes out. So Elizabeth Mason continues to get the big out when she needs it. So UCLA leaves the bases loaded. Danny Morgan for Florida State strikes out. Next batter, wild pitch, nobody's on base, so we're going to go all the way over here to get the result, and she singles. She's at first for Callie Herod. Herod makes an out. She pops up to the shortstop. I know that because I can see that in this box. Run on first, 2 outs, and Klaverman is walked. So runners on first and second, 2 outs, and Elizabeth Mason has struck out. So we go to the top of the 5th inning. Kelly Godin, she walks, and she's very, very fast. That's outside her steal range. Might not want to be going in a 2-0 game anyway, but she's fast. She's on first. Now we got a pass ball, so she's going to be on second. And we roll again and look here to see how that at bat came out. So fly ball to center field for Bubba Nichols did not move the runner. Brianna Perez, she has walked. So we got runners on first and second with 1 out. Jordan, she grounds to the pitcher. Runners advance. So we got runners at third. Third, I'm going to write 3 there. And 2, but with 2 outs for Garcia. And she lined out for the 3rd out. Pitcher's duel continues. Bottom of the 5th. Jesse Warren, a 400 hitter right there. You can see their stats over there. She had 21 homers, hit 404. But she strikes out here. Batter number 2, Carson Gordon, she strikes out. Sydney Sherrill, and she is out. She fouled out to an outfielder. Top of the 6th, getting late. So Taylor Pack is the batter, and she has hit one over the fence, home run. So UCLA cuts the lead to 2-1 in the top of the 6th. Brianna Tarapalua, that's not right, but close enough. You can pronounce it for yourself there. Sorry, Brianna. Wild pitch, nobody's on base, so we'll go all the way over here to see that she is singled. Now, down by a run, she's not a really fast runner, so I may pinch run here with Anna Vine. She's an A+ runner. So I'm going to write over here that Vine's pitch hit in the 3rd column. So she's on first, and Vines, she has a 7.8 steal rating, so I'm going to roll the dice, and I get a 7. So it's a good opportunity for her to steal. And she's an L, so I'm going to look right here. And L's not really high, but she's a good base runner, and she did steal it. So she's on second with nobody out. Colleen Sullivan is the batter. And let's see how she does. She's not a particularly good bunter. Didn't put down a lot of bunts that year. And she strikes out. And we have Kinsley Washington batting with a runner on second, 1 out. And she singles. To see the hit advance, that means if the runner on base is an A or above, she would go 2 bases. And she is the pinch runner Vine. She is fast, so she does score. So that ties the game. RBI to Kinsley Washington. Godin is the batter. Washington didn't fall in her steal range. She's a fast runner, not a good chance to steal though. And Godin strikes out, and Bubba Nichols is up to her in the 6th, and she walks. So we got runners on first second. If we go to the bullpen, we could think about it. Could be that Mason's getting a little tired, but for making this a little faster, I'm going to stick with her. Let's see what she does. And once again, she gets the third out with people on base, as she's done a few times in this game. So it's 2-2, bottom of the sixth. Anna Shellnut, the batter. Wild pitch, nobody on base. Go over here, it's an out. Grounded out to the third baseman, Danny Morgan. And she grounded out to the second baseman. I'm looking at my results up here, in case you don't recall. Zoe Cases has hit a double. So we got a runner on second with 2 outs. Harrod is the batter. And she strikes out. So she had a run and a single in the first inning, but has made 2 outs the last 2 times up. So we go to the top of the seventh. And we're leading off with Jordan. She's batting right here. And she hits a double. Top of the seventh and a runner in scoring position. She's not particularly fast, so I might look to the bench again. And let's try Jackie Prober. Let's have her pinch run. All right, so runner on second. Garcia, not a butt candidate because she's a good hitter. 343 average, 11 homers, and of course a great pitcher as well. And she walks. So runners on first and second with nobody out. Taylor Pack, the batter. Another pretty good power hitter with average. Strikes out. Again, Megan Keene with a big out. Another big out. This time it was runners on first and second. It's a fielder's choice. Ground ball to the third baseman. So she's on first, and that eliminated my pitch runner. All right, Colleen Sullivan is up, and she walks. So the bases are loaded. 2 outs. Kenzie Washington is the batter, and she singles. Huge single there. Okay, and a C-hit advancement. If we got an A runner, we don't have any on base, so this doesn't matter. But that would mean that Garcia scored, and the bases are still loaded. And the batter now is Kelly Godin, and she is going to make it out with the bases loaded. But UCLA took the lead 3-1. So we're going to the bottom of the seventh, and this is the last chance for FSU. Had a 2-0 lead early, and it's gotten away from them. But guess what? Morgan Klaverman leads off with a double, and she's a fast runner. Elizabeth Mason, I think 282 hitter with some power. We'll stick with her. Could bunt. She's a good bunter as well. But we're gonna. And guess what? She doubles, driving in the run, so the game is tied. And a runner on second with nobody out. And Florida State's best hitter, Jessie Warren. She's out. She fouled out. We didn't think to bunt, but we would not have bunted with a player that good. Kaysen Gordon is out and also did not move the runner. And then there's Sydney Sherrill, and she strikes out. And I'm going to try to play one more inning because I've only got 1 more minute on this recording, and let's see what I can do. All right, top of the order for Nichols. We're going to leave our pitchers in there, and Bubba Nichols is going to single. And Brianna Perez is going to make it out. Catcher to first, so Nichols is now at second. Jordan with a runner on second. She grounds to third, and the runner moves to third. So, I'm sorry, Garcia is batting now with a runner on third. And she is out. So, I forgot to put the 0 for Florida. I'm sorry, the 1 for Florida State. Now the 0 for UCLA. So this is going to be my final half inning because I'm running out of time. Anna Shellnut, she walks. Runner on first, and Danny Morgan, the batter. And she has made an out, and the runner holds. Cases, she's out. Runner holds, and possibly our final batter, Kaylee Harrod, has made an out. If I had more time, I might have pinch run and done all sorts of things, but instead, it's going to go down as a 3-3 tie. Yeah, fun game. It's probably better that that nobody lost. Somebody might have been mad at me. Fun game. 2 great teams. Hope you enjoyed it.